never seen him go around like this. And my wife was still in regularly needing unfashionable making 6 wheel tractors. So big long flipping trailers with double bottoms as they call them. So I'd say White is still there, it's still in business. It's owned by Gallagher's Rotary, actually drinking in Shrewsbury. And he also owns a few other, the Senate or a few other things. But here he comes down, it's a beautiful example of a truck built in the White specification. There you go, typical American looking truck, a Beverly Hills farmer's truck, as one will say. We've got the American side coming in first, because they were early agents, okay, because of the wartime supply as far as foreign trucks, tanks and things are concerned. The American Army will have got the UPR. We've got another real specimen from the Rio speed wagon, as we call it. It was a model called Gold Crown. This is in Buckle. We saw quite a few, and did have quite a few in the road going before. This road crown is a 20-seater, a bit more modern, just a little store. It was purchased by the Haulage the servant that was stored by the president, one of the longest of war rockets, and the rare survivor. Now he is the taker from all as a commentator for over 30 years. Alright. Owned by Mr. Lee now, but usually owned by Ray Hall. And Ray used to come every year to visit Castle with rare enemies. And in fact, because it's a VJ registration in Herefordshire, it was new, supplied by Trails and Hereford. They supplied all sorts of lorries that ended up being set in an emphasis distributed. Sold to a chap in there, 3 hot timber horses, sold to a dealer in London wide, and ended up at College and Leicester, 75 quid. And Ray bought it in Kingston for $25. And then the Chevrolet truck, remember Chevrolet is all under the bench. Nothing than a straight body, what we call a straight body bed. Now we've got lovely looking Peterbilt and Peterbilt just on by typical of a 60 sort of vehicle in there, and then the back belonging to a gentleman from Telford. Calls himself P&H Trucking, but I know who it is really. So, that's been about, he's completely restored the house that the captain made some years ago. And then re-rented in the UK, in 65. And then of course, we have the woman's F88. Very much of a, I would say, one of those vehicles that moved in the UK market. A nice 88 there. So I think the morning record the national is quite rare because there's only one I go on. Very close to the other. But of course, Chris Evans is only 75 Engaging on there.
Steam engine heavy haulage, steam heavy haulage display, and it kind of escapes you to have seen that we had a bit of rain last night, and whilst the ground is very good for doing parades and things, it's not so clever for really heavy haulage, and therefore we decided to leave the heavy haulage trailer at home. So what we've put together with Tom, our engine secretary, is a display of steam engines doing a bit of the sort of jobs that they were made for, and we'll talk a little bit about what you'll see as they go through. So at the bottom of the arena, over by the Blue Farmhouse ice cream stand, and I'm not coming out with the microphone this time, is Tom Atwood's 1920 foam steam wagon in the colours of the Isle of Man Highway Board. During the parade, I alluded to that this wagon had been rebuilt from very derelict form. I remember it in 1997 as pretty much a boiler with a smashed pair of cylinders on the top of it from at Beamish Museum. And the story was always that it had been used as an anchor in the bottom of Douglas Harbour of the Isle of Man to tether vessels to. So really incredible reconstruction and rebuild and restoration. I mean, restoration doesn't really do justice to it as to what you see there. Tom bought the wagon a year or so ago from, I think it's Henry Netherway down in Herefordshire, but presents it very much as a 5-ton flat wagon, pretty much for light haulage, the sort of thing that would have moved anything from corn to wool, cotton, timber, and even sometimes a Pantechnicon on the back, moving people's houses with all sorts of other gear, 5 ton being its weight and weight restriction. So it was of that way to get around the legislation and be made as light and as fast as possible. Towards the commentary in the middle of the arena, we can see Will Woodward's McLaren road loco, before anybody shouts I'm getting it wrong. And that's Captain Scott. Captain Scott was for many years seen on the East Midlands rally, seen in the ownership of John Blagg. Nottinghamshire had it for many, many years. Will has had it in the past few years and has conducted a very extensive overhaul on the engine and really nicely presented. And it looks like Duke of York, probably put on the front of it, Duke of York, another V6 road locomotive. This one fits with the crane, as you can see. The crane jib itself is demountable, but the winch can remain on it. And these engines would have worked singly, in pairs, or even in threes, with a trailer on the back and another engine at the back there to provide braking or assistance on the hills. There's Tom running past the 5-tonner, and little squeeze of the bullhorn there. Whistles are very much a thing of the preservation period these days, steam whistles. A steam wagon had to have an audible warning, but a whistle would frighten the horses. Bear in mind these were running amongst the traffic of the day, which was quite often horses and carts, pedestrians. And so a bullhorn, a honking horn, was far more acceptable, or a bell, than a shrieking steam whistle. And then entering the arena behind him is Ken Mills, his steam tractor, Nippon Kid, Foster from the early years of the 20th century, doing a very similar job to Tom's foam wagon. Ken has an eagle trailer behind it, and you can see it's got quite a turn of speed, and obviously can't carry stuff itself, so it's towing a trailer and you put all your goods for light haulage behind it. That looks like he's changing gear, so it'll give us a bit of an idea of what a steam tractor can do in operation and how it would work. And then finally into the arena is Ian Cooper with his rather nice presented as it would feel at work with Staffordshire County Council. His alien daughter, 10-ton BS steamroller, and Ian is going to trundle up and down the middle of the arena, just showing the versatility of the steamroller backwards and forwards as rollers would have done. moving across the field, so steering very gently and just making sure it tracks a different path. But in the meantime also, scooting around the arena is Alan Williamson's Sentinel S4 wagon from 1933, so that's later than the Foden. It's 13 years newer than the Foden, and it's presented by Peter Paul Massey in Staffordshire. And that engine was in use until 1959, so it was working on the roads. You can see it's got pneumatic tyres, it has a high-speed enclosed engine underneath, there's no flywheel. The transmission is through a prop shaft, as it would be with a diesel road lorry. And you can see as he comes past the commentary box, he's not trying particularly hard, but it's quite a speedy little beast. In the middle of the arena, the 3 road engines pairing up with a push pole between them. This is again where teamwork comes in. You've got very little margin for error. It hurts very much if you get it wrong. And you can see the crews there making sure that the push poles are connected securely and safely. 12-arm pins being taken out and put in. On the outside of the arena up here, the food outlets. Ken bought the boiler for this engine, the remains of the engine about 16 years ago, and has worked long and hard to get it into the condition you see it today. Ken debuted the engine at Shrewsbury last year in the rally, and since then has continued to work on it, and he's put a roof on very recently and driven it across to rallies in Leicestershire. It's driven today, Matt Healy, and steered by Jake Tweedy, giving us a bit of an impression of that turn of speed that a steam tractor has. And the Foden's not far behind, and the Sentinel. So the next few minutes, just enjoy the sight and the sound of these engines running around, and not quite full-on road speeds, but doing a bit more of the job that they will have been intended to do. And then when the road locos are all together, we'll see them, whilst they don't have a trailer on the back, I'm sure not all of those engines will be doing the work. Marina, very short engine with quite a tight turning circle. Bear in mind this is doing the work of a transit van, so it's got to be able to get to all sorts of places and not just be manoeuvrable and do it quickly. And there's Tom and the boat doing the same. Followed by the massive Sentinel. These Sentinels are designed to try and see off the diesel, the competition from the diesel lorries, and were it not for legislation, may well have done so, because they're very fast, they're very light, and unfortunately it was only legislation that saw the end of the steam lorry in commercial use. The Sentinels were building steam lorries until the early 1950s, and the last ones were made for Argentina, with a couple made for domestic UK use. One of them, the National Coal Hall, which was rebuilt as a diesel tipper not long into the 50s. There you go, a glorious sight in the sunshine of those engines, not just the tractor, but the 3 road engines. There's Duke of York, got a bit between his teeth and slipping on that damp grass. Unfortunately, like I say, with the weather having been as it is, he's now needing a bit of help from Talisman, the grey second engine, to get him out of the mire. But there you go, working together, they come up the hill, and all will be well. In the middle of the arena, demonstrating to us just how slow you can get a steamroller to go, is Ian Cooper taking his ease. See, he's not even touching the regulator on that roller, just letting it get to where it wants to be on that hill. And that's the sign of a man who really knows the capability of his machine, of his engine, and he's comfy, leaving it to get on. Because with steamrolling, it's not about power, it's not about speed, it's about precision. And rolling to a line, or several lines, or up to a curve. And Ian is demonstrating quite how that was done. The steering on a steamroller is quite low geared, so you have to do a lot of turns, but it does enable you to have that precision of steering up to a curve. And it was once said that steamrollers were lazily steered by a dreamy old toilet, and really far from it. There's nothing dreamy about working a steamroller. There go the road engines past us. The McLaren displaying its usual vocalness on the safety valves. And there goes the Foster in the middle, about to overtake the lot, demonstrating just how capable and speedy the Foster tractor can get the right way. Foster tractor can be. Both is on what's called solid rubber tyres. whereas the Sentinel is on pneumatics. Some vehicles were converted to pneumatics, but the cost of it was the end of many of them in commercial use. Some even understand their uses. So there's a Barton quarry in Leicestershire, Barton quarry. The access road down into the quarry itself is built on a tip including several of Barton's cloven steam wagons. I'm not going out with the metal detectors behind them. There's the road engines having another go at the hill on the other side. Talisman giving a hand to Duke of York. Much more straightforward. Now you can see the process of uncoupling of the road engines. So having seen them together, now see Tom taking the push pole off from Duke of York, signalling to Matt that they can take Duke away. You'll see that Marston's Road Services, which is mainly on the side of Duke of York, and offices and depots across the UK. So, you know, some engines were owned and operated by individual people, some were owned and operated by councils, but then you get contractors such as Boxes, and they were quite widespread, even in terms of operation, if not bases. Most of these engines in front of us were in operation until the 30s or 40s, and then they decide the survival of them is quite unfortunate, really. Engines like Talisman and Nippon Kit, the big grey Howler and the little Maroon Foster, and the clone of Tom Atwood, engines that pretty much could have been said to have come back from the dead. Project Impossible, when you saw what was left of them. So Wilbert McLaren is now coming back onto, isn't coming back onto Alan McLaughlin. Making sure the securing pin is in there, and the drawbar. This is again that precision work, teamwork, making sure. So there's Captain Scott coupled to Talisman. So instead of being on the back end, Will's now on the front with the McLaren. Get have a chat, make sure everyone's happy. Close to take the handbrake off on the McLaren. Open the regulator and away he goes. Now I suspect he's in top gear given the way that engine system barks as it's taken away. But very impressive sound of a road engine in front light, but you've got a weight on the back. Even more impressive. Taking his ease, still getting on with the job of rolling the middle of that marina. Gently ticking over. I couldn't talk over that, ladies and gentlemen, just for the sound of the wonderful. The safety valves lifting there. The engine is absolute master of its job. There's a lot of power going down through those wheels. There we are, folks, a demonstration of the various facets of steam power on the road, as you would have seen late 19th through to the mid 20th century. From the 5-ton of the tractors and the wagon, through to 15, 20-ton road locomotives via 10 tons of steamroller. Each a different demonstration of the use of steam engines on the public highway. Thank you very much, crews. Thank you, Tom, for putting it together.
I think they are, really. I didn't see the number. No, it's not going in the opposite direction, so we might make something of it in a minute. I see we've got an Astral van coming round, and the modest traveller belonging to Carter's Fun Fair, or Circus. Ooh, then Oscar A30. Look at that, early Somerset pickup. Tri-Harold van. Another one coming in. And a Transit, 1000 in as seen position. Oh, here we go. Something for the eco people. We have an electric milk float. And guess how old that is? That'll be about 50 years old.
Just goes to show there's nothing new under the sun, is there, David? Everyone thinks that these Tesla things and that are state of the art, but our milk was being delivered by these long before Mr. Musk was born.
Exactly. There's the lovely escort van gone by, and then Carter Steam Fair with the Morris House. We've all seen that before. Lovely example of what you see coming through the town on arrival in a town or a city. And then, of course, going too fast then, the Worcestershire registered A30 pick up quite rare. And then the Triumph Courier, which is Herald, based on the Herald. Fish and fruit, salesman. Steady up, boys.
This is really quite splendid, because if we're sitting here in the commentary point, and there's 1980s music coming off the fair at the back of us, soft cell tainting low, and there goes a transit, milk float, all this sort of stuff. It's a soundtrack for a generation.
Yeah, here we go, look, you just come past me, Mr. Unigate, well, Paul Nichols actually. Milkman of the year, 1987, there you go.
And how many thousands of those were around the country, and how many are left? Incredible.
A friend of mine who was a dairyman in Shrewsbury, the Onions family, they are 30 on, the rest of them.
There you go. Me, Ridgeport Transit, that's made my afternoon seeing that. I do feel old now.
Yeah. Followed that in this morning. And then the Bedford van. I'll put you in a box if you're not careful.
Sounds like your fan club there.
Yeah, I do give him some sticky, just getting me back, isn't he? So just having a go there. There we go. We're starting to line them up. Little Ford pop round there as well. We've got another Morris 1000 coming round. Just before that, what have we got here? Hey, look at this. A proper Chevrolet van. It doesn't mean too widely wheeled or big. Oh, it has got a trumpet on it, I thought so.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. There you go. That's how it come out the factory,
Isn't it?
GJC.
Yeah. Cheshire Reg, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely original. There's a little money there.
850cc. You get these small engines, nothing new.
CUXC registered 64. Look how we have the road manager to drive. It is Jag 4.2.
Followed by another.
Work. Yeah. Then Andrew's work. Morning family, coming with. Yes. Driving. Granddaughter and daughter driving the Mini. Little Morris Minor, the Mini Minor they called it. You and Anthony. Popular again. Austin.
835.
Yeah, 835. Lovely example of an Escort 1600L. Deluxe by the way as well.
So it is, yeah.
Then we've got the Hillman Hunter, isn't it?
Yes.
Or Singer Mobile or something, couldn't it? There we go, the 245 now, is it?
Volvo 240.
That's fun.
Volvo 240, isn't it?
Yeah, right, got up. It was a thing, wasn't it? Got a little Mini. That'll be 850, wouldn't it? Yeah, must be 7. But the Morris Minor 1000. That's my test on one of those. D-Reg 1966.
Very nicely presented.
Yeah. Beautiful. A later one, that one.
Woolsey 1500.
Yeah. Another tweed little car. NT look, drop to Reg 1961, 62. And there we go. Midget.
I love the way everybody's on the back seat enjoying themselves. That's fantastic fun, guys.
Made for kids.
Good to see you.
Made for the kids, yeah.
And this one's made for dogs, even better.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Give it away as well as WAW43, that'll be a 60 or 61.
It's the first time Moggy with a soft top.
That's it. Oh. Okay, summer model. Then we have, that would be a Morris Minor colour and one proportion that would.
114 then?
Yeah. GT, 69 GT. Then we go to Humber, Singer Bone.
Yeah.
Singer Bone number 36.
Yes, he's put the number in the front so we can see.
Southeastern Gas, he's featured in the magazine.
Morris Oxford.
Yeah.
Coming past. People think it's a Morris Minor, it's not. It's a little bit bigger, very similar shape. It's a Morris Oxford.
Yeah. Which is Simca.
Simca are on.
Bit of French. Bit of original there as well, not original rust. So. We've just found a telephone in a case, just been handed in to the Secretary's hut, okay? Black case, that's all it is, phone. You'll have to tell us what make it is, to recognise him, that's all we're telling you. Well-worn, Austin Metropolitan, or Neapolitan, whatever you can call it, Metropolitan, TDD, Gloucestershire registration, so. We have a Porsche.
It's VW.
VW, what we call it there.
Yeah.
Have we got a Morris Minor again? 66 model.
Sunbeams on them.
Oh, Sunbeams on them.
That's classic.
Right, that's the one.
And
enough, yeah. Lovely looking both cars. Look out, Simon Templar's here today. There we go. The classic Volvo sports car. Made famous by Simon Templar, obviously. Surely sold a few after that.
And then the car that I would always wanted when I was a teenager, the Lotus Esprit. Very much started the Bond film of the early 80s.
That's right, yeah.
The one that went underwater and fired torpedoes out the back windscreen.
And what would the new RS would, eh? And we only have our section secretary from the commercials.
Yeah, so the Escort is pretty much like the Austin 7 that we saw earlier. Very humorous, the everyday car.
Proper cars. And Ford were the mass producers of
Yeah, Austin.
Then we have the Rover. HLX 23. I love that car.
Followed by another version of the name, the Montego.
Yeah, cool.
Who would have thought F-Reg, G-Reg would now be on a rally field?
Most 80 models, weren't they? That was an engine. Then we have the Vauxhall range, the Cresta. Still at it, still doing well. Very Vauxhall.
And Ford Sierra 4x4 gear. I remember when I was a kid going to Woolworths in Stratford-on-Avon and holding my pennies out, ready for the first of them to come out as a corgi.
Well, I had one, a Kia.
That is a gear.
Yeah, that's not the same again, but I had a silver one, lovely thing. Roof bars on them. Right,
2 litres Sierra,
right there.
car. Great fun.
Yeah. Triumph Herald. There you go. There's one that survived. Survived the rock at a Morris 1000. Oh, Steve Llewellyn. Oh my God.
Man who's worked very hard this week to make
Well,
sure
yes, actually, yeah, I'm not going to say anything else.
he's pretty much become a rally resident.
He is. But he has to be resident, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he paid Montgomery registration, probably Morris Minor.
Ilman in.
There you go. Oh, well, look at this.
Keep going, Wolsey 6.
Yeah. Cortina GT. And the Wolsey, the crab.
These really are mobile memories, aren't they? For all of us.
For all of us, yeah. And the MGB Tourer open so.
Glorious little Fiat. This is always reminiscent to me of the prisoner with those little parasol. Yes.
Parasol with the top, yeah. Lovely one. Then we got the Rolls Royce. You range like that.
Is that what it is?
No. 1968.
Yeah, 1972 Saab.
Yeah. Very much my favourite.
And then the Mark 1 Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
Once every street had them, everybody had them. Very rare to see one now presented. Left-hand drive, so an export model with its original registration on the parcel shelf.
Yeah. Lovely.
Austin 16.
Yeah, big Austin.
A homage to Herbie with the Beetle.
That's it.
Classic film again from the late 70s of Herbie car.
And the absolute madness of the VW theme with that and the T5 van and you know, it's like a cult, isn't it? Austin Cambridge. Yeah. The deluxe model with the chrome, really, you know.
That's quite fun. We have a Cambridge and followed by an Oxford.
That's it. There you go. The old ship.
Top MG.
open top.
The young lady very much enjoying herself there.
Yeah.
Best seat in the house, isn't it?
Yeah. The man there driving it with the workshop supplies man. He goes round into the house.
Morris 1000 truck. Sometimes referred to as the mock Tudor car.
Margaret Thatcher's form of transport.
Yes.
Similar year, that one. That was the Epiphany 345 V8 Chevrolet. Here we come again then. We're on a posh front now.
One has arrived.
One has arrived. This looks a bit royal, doesn't it?
Very much so. In fact, we've got the other hand, the wave right. There you go, yes. Dad's showing you how to do it.
That looks a bit, it's got the proper box at the front.
Oh yeah, but then the Heinkel, wonderful little sport car there. Great fun, sweet peaches, how lovely.
Reggie, whoever Reggie is. Oh, you've got Cooper S, is he? Or look, an alike.
In the Austin 7 precursor to the Mini.
Another early one. 60. Body Spider, so we've got the example there.
Very smart.
Oh yeah. So the American theme of the crest of the Chevrolet, you know, the Vauxhall theme. What have we got there? Oh, Austin.
Big 40.
I had a later one.
And another Preston.
Yeah. Easy to work on. Number again, downdraft carburetor. Oh, there we go, big old Onslow. Like trousers have invented flares. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Little Mini, got wide wheels on that, I can tell that.
So yes.
Austin 7. MGB-GT, one of the most popular apparently.
No.
MGB-GT.
Big old road, I always fancied one of these.
Yeah.
Drove the 110 and then somebody told me the sills rotted out.
Oh,
I lost all into it.
They're all popular.
Big old box on the
Yeah.
We're going to fit all these cars in, do you think?
Look at the state of that. Like some of them are Thunderbirds too.
Yeah.
Or 3, or 4.
Another Escort.
We've got our Escort checking. Now, I'm going to have a word with that fella because JP 151H, we had a lorry JP 150H. So,
That is class. Bentley. That is the way to travel.
Mr. Blackbourne, he's got a new girlfriend on up with him. Oh, 2. Watch him. Just watch him. Where he puts his hands.
And the Opel GT.
Yeah.
Left-hand drive again, giving us an example of how others did it.
Good God, yeah.
And then
That wasn't an actual kit car though, was it? That was a main one.
And then the Citroen DS21 there, with its Gallic suspension bouncing its way around the right wheel.
K420. I know very, very well. I saw it in pieces, I think. I rode the 100. Lovely car, the 100. The predecessor to the 3-litre. Look out. Hammer's playing away in the background as well, so we're well away, aren't we?
This is it, yeah.
We're here. We've arrived.
As the Wolsey goes past.
Yeah. Sunbeam, Melbourne.
As I say, soundtrack to a generation staying alive in it now.
We've had an Ammon tribute last night, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. You didn't?
No.
Oh, right.
No, I didn't. No.
I wasn't here to witness it, so I didn't.
Neither was I. But there we go. You know, these are cars over the years. Cars make memories with families. Whether it was as your daily car, your first car, your treasured car, your restoration project, each of these has connections with us. You know, we talked about the milk flow, you know, the waking up for generations. And David, he's busting his moves in here. He's dancing away to staying alive. I can see him. He's John Travolta.
Yeah, we're away. Got the booze. Coming back to, you know, I was talking this morning about the trade stand, and there was a person that was retailing milk through this machine at various contracts. Shrewsbury.